Hello and welcome to the day 4 of the 40-day fast, January 5th, 2012. Here you see a picture of me in 2003 weighing about 325 pounds. And last year, I was taken in November. I was weighing 150 pounds then. For my height, I'm 5'7". I should weigh between 121 and 153 pounds to be in normal weight category. So there, right there, last year I finally achieved the normal weight category. And so you can see there. So that's what I used to look like 2003. Now 2003, that's the year when I got all the sickness that I had, the minor stroke, gallbladder stones, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes. All of that is gone. And I did it through a series of fasting and walking and eating right and drinking lots of water. So, but this fast that I'm doing now is not for more for spiritual reasons. By the way, I am now in the month of December. I must have gained about 4 pounds or 5 pounds, because my birthday is on December 25th on Christmas Day. So I had a lot of people inviting me all over the place to eat, and it's Christmas season, so you get to eat a lot of things. So I did not fast to really do it. Well, I fasted for a couple of days only. I basically a couple of weeks for a couple of days only, but most of the time I was like everywhere I went, I was invited to eat, so I was just eating anything. And so it's a good season to fellowship and to be with friends and to enjoy, their camaraderie and what they give to you. So I was able to enjoy myself, and I think I'm taking about 5 pounds. But already in these 4 days of fasting, I'm back to 150 pounds again. I already lost the 5 pounds, and back into my size 30 jeans, size 30 regular fit, you know. And I already went for my walk with him today. So thank God, still at my normal weight. And so this is the fourth day of the fast, Thursday, and everything so far is pretty good. It seems like I've been drinking like a 1 gallon of distilled water in 3 days. It takes me 3 days to drink the distilled water gallon, and I get energy pretty well. And if you want to find out more about fasting, I recommend that you read the book from Arnold Ehret, uh, The Mucusless Healing Diet System, from Arnold Ehret. His name spelled Ehret. Great book that'll help me, because I have plateau at 240 for years. I went like 358 was my biggest, and then I went down, and I stayed at 240 for a few years. And then, but with his book, and by the way, most of the first 100 pounds, I lost them mostly by drinking water and salt. You can go to watercure2.com and find out about the water cure, and you can apply it and use it for yourself. And just by doing the water cure, I lost the first 100 pounds, not really changing my diet that much. But after that, after I plateaued for years at 240, in 2010, by the end of 2010, I had actually gone up 25 pounds from 240 to 265. So then, last year in 2011, mostly by the middle of the year, when I began to apply most of the learning from Arnold Ehret and his mucusless healing diet system, and that's what allowed me to lose the weight. So practically in the whole year of 2011, I went from 265, which was the highest, by January of 2011. By the end of December, by November, I was 150. So I lost 115 pounds in a year. And now that I'm on my regular normal weight. People will think, but when you don't have any toxicity in your body, when your body is clean, you can actually fast longer. And don't be made weak, because then the toxins have been removed. You're actually more energized. You don't lose energy. By the way, when I fasted, for my first fast, I did it for 28 days, and I wasn't working. I didn't have a job. I was looking for work. And since the Bible says he does not work should not eat, I thought, well, I'm just going to fast because I'm not working. So I went on a 28-day fast. When I finished fasting, by the way, I got a job, but I wasn't working. So I felt weak, but I was heavy, so a lot of toxins in my body. But now it's different. I am working full time. I work 40 hours a week. And so I'm working. I'm walking my son to school for an hour and a half or 2 hours a day. I walk. And on top of that, and I have energy left. I stay up here until almost 12 at midnight. I'm uploading all my sermons and on things that I've done before in the past with students. So there's plenty of energy. So thank God for that. So going back to the series that we're talking about here, and this fast, I've dedicated this fast to discover more and more of how things are controlled and sustained by the power of the Word of God. So we're going back to the temptation of Christ, the theme that we were working on, that your Jesus sucks, my Jesus rules. And basically, it has to do with understanding the meaning of words. The word Jesus, as I said previously, it means he saves, he restores, he completes, he makes whole. And, if you're the creator of everything, you're a person that has a creative mind and happens to have a compassionate heart, because in order to be very creative, you have to be compassionate and sensitive and see what needs are there, so you may make sure that those needs, are removed. And so nobody lacks anything. So you got to be sensitive and careful and observant. So if you have a creative mind, it's because you have a compassionate heart that is sensitive and observant, that nothing is lacking. And therefore, you develop, as a creator that has a creative mind and a compassionate heart, you have a completing will. You have a will that is always wants to have everything complete and never lacking. So you're here in this world to make sure that all things that are in your environment, your surroundings, do not lack anything. If anything is not functioning right, you discover the right words, the right instructions to be able to correct it and make it work okay. And that's how the whole industries of the world are set up for. Each area of industry is to be sure that everything is complete, everything is not lacking anything, that the cars are complete, that the TVs are complete, that the computers are complete. They make sure that everything is safe, so they're there for the purpose of saving everything, not allowing anything to deteriorate or fall apart. And that's basically what you get paid for, to do that. Nobody really wants to pay you to go and take things apart and just use them and abuse them. If you want to do that, you have to pay for it yourself. That's why a consumer is something that you pay for yourself. And it's amazing to me that something that the world does not want to pay you for, that's what you want to pay for. That's what you want to enjoy. You want to pay to be a consumer and to just get products and services and just, take out all the benefits that they can give you and then move on to something else. And you think that is exciting? That is excitement, and that's something that I don't understand. I don't understand how we came, to think that way and to look forward to be the best consumer and to get the best things. The thing is, if you are in the creator's mind and you have a creative mind and a compassionate heart and a will to want to complete things and see things always there, perfect and never mistreated and never abused, then all you need to be able to do that is to collect all the words that instruct you how to take care of things. That's all you need. And the only thing that you can get out of this world, by the way, that you cannot take with you, everything that you can get in this world, you cannot take with you when you die. But the one thing that you can take, and that's the words that you receive. The words that you receive from your parents, from your teachers, or from anybody else, those are the only things that will identify you and you'll be able to take with you, because we were made to be word carriers. And that's the best thing that the soul can do. So might as well learn to enjoy the order of words and learn to see all that the word, once it's inside of you, can enable you to do and can enable you to perform. But I'm digressing again. Let me go back to the temptation. So in the first temptation, after 40 days of not eating, just fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus was hungered, and the devil came unto him and said, if you are the Son of God, I mean, you have the status of being this powerful potentate, king and ruler, then command this stone to be turned into bread, And what's wrong with that? You're hungry? What's wrong with converting stones into bread if you have the power to? But Jesus, remember, he is the agent, the word by which God made everything. God spoke all things into existence. And the word is his son. In the beginning was the word, and the word, was, but the word, he made all things, and the word became flesh and it dwelt among us. So the agent of creation, the agent by which God has spoke everything, because everything with God is voice control. Each atom in the entire universe is the pixel of God. Like a pixel on the screen of the monitor obeys the software that is in the hardware, that is in the hard drive. And so the word, each atom in the universe obeys Jesus, obeys the word, the agents that God utilized to make all of creation. So all he has to do is speak, and whatever he's thinking about takes shape and is formed. And that's what technology is working towards, to have everything be voice control, because, we want to have that sensation of being like God. But believe me, it already exists. And the word and the sound of the word is what sustains every atom and what sustains you in place and keeps you, from just have all your molecules and atoms just, flying all over the place. What keeps you coherent, what keeps you cohesive is the word and the sound of the word that runs the universe. Simple as that, And so once you have that power, once you understand that, turning what you already, remember, who was keeping those rocks in place the way they were? The word. So there was no need to change them into something else. So, but what the temptation of, the devil was trying to make Jesus become a person that has the power of God so that he can satisfy the appetites of the flesh. But Jesus, who is a creator, the agent by which God created everything, he was in the creative mind. So he understood that is the word that instructs how things should be made, because everything comes out of a word. So he understood that it's the word that instructs how everything should be made. That's the first thing that feeds everything. Everything is fed by instructions. The TV is made because our minds are fed by instructions on how to put them together, and we can put it together once that ability comes out of our hands. The computer is also fed by the instructions that we receive, and then we can assemble them and put a computer together. Everything is like that, from a guitar, from everything around in your surroundings, of everything that industry has created. It has just not evolved into becoming a TV or into becoming this. No, it has been fed into somebody's mind. The word has been fed. The instructions of that word have been fed. And so, men shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Every word comes out and it feeds the mind of people, and they're able to have a creative mind, and they're able to make a gadget and make an invention. Now, once they work towards the selling of that invention and circulating that product into the market, that enables you to get your bread, that enables you to get all your consumables, all the other things. But it's the word that has to feed you first. So men shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Because every word, that's the power of words. Words have the ability to make you creative or to make you a consumer. If you don't want to love the order of words and learn to create things and to complete them and to maintain them and to keep them whole, you automatically become a consumer, because words out of order in your mind do not enable you to do anything but to consume the good out of every product or every person or everything. And it's sad to say, but that's the state of affairs at this time, in this country especially. This country thinks that it's to live is just, the life of Riley. Just kick back, going out to the beach, just relaxing and just consuming everything, drinking this and that, eating this and that. Come on. To me, it's more enjoyable. Every day I discover new things that I can do. How to assemble this, how to put this together, how this computer works, how this program does, what this is doing. It's just amazing. There's so much in the world of words. It's just too much, especially in this day and age with this technology that we have, where everything is available. I spend hours sometimes, just investigating one little subject and going for days on because there's so much knowledge about everything these days. That is enjoyable, to make yourself fit, to be useful to all. That is very enjoyable, but to wait there and to even, the so-called Christians that want to use faith and want Christ, the Christ that they call themselves, the Christians that they call themselves, they want that Christ that they have invited to them be the Christ that Satan wanted Jesus Christ to be. A person that just uses his power to get things out of the world and to consume the good out of them. That's sad. It's the saddest state of affairs, but that's the situation we're in right now. But I guess it's enough for today. We're going to be saying a lot. But I will continue this tomorrow. So thank you for hearing me again. And we'll see about this tomorrow. Bye.